Hi and welcome. So in this video we are going to discuss about chef and recipe question from May Cook-Off. Okay. So in Chefland, types of ingredients are represented by integers and the recipes are represented by sequence of integers that are used when cooking. One day chef found a recipe represented by a sequence A1, A2. This is the sequence that is given at his front door, and he is wondering if this recipe was prepared by him. So if a recipe is prepared by chef, they have given us that first thing is the frequency of each element. The frequency of each element in the array will be unique. The frequency of each element in the array will be unique, plus the elements will be coming in a continuous subsequence. That is, 1 will be in a continuous subsequence, then 4 will come in a continuous subsequence, then 2 will come in a contiguous subsequence. Okay, it is not the case if 4 is coming here, okay, and then 3 is coming and then again 4 is coming. That means 4 is not in a continuous subsequence. Same element will be in a contiguous subsequence. Okay, so in this case the answer is no. Why the answer is no? It is not made by chef, because if it was made by chef, in that particular case these same elements will be together. Simple, same elements will be together. Okay, in this particular case, see, all the same elements are together. All the same elements are together. But the condition is also this, that is the frequency should be unique. The 1 is coming how many times? 1 is coming just 1 time, 7 is coming 2 times, 3 is coming 2 times, and 4 is coming 3 times. Now here the frequency is not unique. 7 and 3 both have the frequency of 2. The frequencies are not unique. Therefore, in this case also the answer is no. Okay. In the first case, first thing is, see, the frequencies are unique. 1 is coming 2 times here, 4 is coming 1 time, and 2 is coming 3 times. See, the frequencies are different. They are unique. And the second thing is, all the elements that are the same elements are in contiguous subsequence. Correct? If 1 is coming here, when 1 is coming here, then if the subsequence breaks, that means now 1 will not come anywhere. If we write 1 here, now this is not a recipe that is made by chef, because any element should come in a contiguous manner. Fine. So we given a sequence, we just need to tell whether this sequence is made by chef or not. This particular sequence, yes, it is made by chef, though, so therefore we are printing yes. And in these two particular cases we are printing no, because it is not made by chef. In this case the contiguous subsequence condition fails, and in this case the unique frequency condition fails. Fine. A pretty straightforward question. These two things that we need to consider. That means first we will just create a frequency array. Okay, so in the first one we get a frequency array 2, 1, 3. Fine. So we just need to check whether these frequencies are unique or not. Fine. And also we need to check whether the elements are in contiguous subsequence or not. Now how to do that? So checking frequency is very simple. Fine. So we will just create a frequency array with us. Okay, now we will again create a unique array. Now this unique array will be the frequency array of the frequency array. Fine. So given an array that is 1, 4, 2, 2, 2, the frequency array will be for index 1 we get the element as 2, for index 2 we get the element as 3, for index 3 is 0, for 4 we get a 1, and for all other we get a 0. Okay, now this array that we get, the frequency array of our original array, now we will create a frequency array for this particular array. Okay, let's name it unique. Now at index 1 we get a 0, at index 2 we get this 2 is coming just 1 time here, at index 3 we get 3 is coming just 1 time, at index 4 we get nothing, at index 5 we get nothing, and so on. Okay, at index 1 also we get a 1. So at each index we get a single value, that is 1. So in that case, that means the frequency array elements were unique. Fine. Let's take one more example. If the frequency array of this particular array we take, now 1 here, let's write the indexes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Now in this one, 1 is coming just 1 time, 2 is not coming, 3 is coming 2 times, 4 is coming 3 times, 5 is not coming, 6 is not there, 7 is coming 2 times, 8 is not there, and nothing is there after that. All are zeros. So in this particular case, if we just create a unique array now, just create a unique array. Now this unique array will be the frequency array of the frequency array that we have created. So frequency of this. So let's write indexes 6 and so on. So just write the answers. So in this one, 1 is coming just 1 time, 2 is coming here also and here also, so 2 is coming 2 times, 3 is coming just 1 time, and rest all are zeros. So when we check our frequency array, if any index is more than 1, that means that element is repeated. Correct? So this array is also a frequency type of frequency array only. So whenever an index element is more than 1, that means that particular element was repeated, correct? And if it was repeated, it is not unique. Fine. So in this way we will check whether the elements are unique or not, as simple as that. Fine. So if any element in the unique array is more than 1, is greater than 1, we will make flag equals to false. Okay, and we will simply break our loop and we will print no. Fine. This is the first condition, a pretty straightforward condition. We will just create one more array for that. And the second condition here is for the continuous subsequence. So let's see this example. That is 1 1 4 3 7 7. So it is 1 1 4 3 4 7 7. Okay, how do you guys check for the contiguous elements? That is, if the next element is same as the previous element. It is nothing but let's create a visited array for it. Okay, multiple solutions. So let's just see this one. Let's create a visited array for it. So these are the indexes. Okay, so obviously the visited array of the first element, that is array of 0, is, let me make it true, that means it is visited. Fine. Now array of the next element, that is I, if it is equal to the previous element, if it is equal to the previous element, then it is no issue, correct? We can simply continue the loop. Okay, but if it is not true, that means if it is not same, then we need to check whether its frequency is true or false. Okay, if the whether it is visited or not. So if it is visited, array of I is true if it is visited before, and this condition is false, therefore we reach this condition. That means this element is not in a contiguous subsequence. In this case we will break the loop. If these two are not true, that means simply we need to make the visited of array of I as true. Fine. So let's see this with an example. So array visited of 1 is true. Fine, it is true. Array of I equal to array of I minus 1. Yes, so no issue. Array of 2 is not equal to array of I. So this condition fails here in the index 2. For index 2, is the visited true? No, it is not true. So we'll go to it and make it true. Fine. Is index 3 equal to index 2? No, it is not. 3 and 4 are different, so we'll go to this condition. Is visited of 3 true? No, it is not, so we'll make it true. Fine. Is 4 equal to 3? No, it is not, so we'll go to this condition. Is visited of 4 equals to 2? True. Yes, visited of 4 equals to 2 equals to true. Okay, now this means that 4 has breaked. 4 is not in a contiguous subsequence. We have visited 4 before also. Now if this condition comes, we will simply break and we will print no, else we will print yes. You can use flag variable here also. Fine. So we are just checking for the adjacent elements. If till they are same, it's fine. But if we make one visited as true, it should not come again in the subsequence. Fine. We are only making visited as true in the case if the elements are not same and the previous element, the element is not come before, the element has not come before, because here 4 was coming before, therefore the visited was true and we are breaking. Fine. So this is the just simple implementation, straightforward. First condition is to check for the unique array and the second condition is to check for the contiguous subsequence or fine. Just merge these two logic in a same code and we get the final output. Okay, just consider these two as different questions and these two questions are combined into a single question. In the first we are just checking for unique and in the second we are checking for the contiguous subsequence or not. Fine. So let's see the implementation for this. So first just create our frequency array. Okay, we'll take the array as input and create a frequency array, then create a unique array and flag equals to 0. Now what we are doing for a frequency array, whichever is greater than 0, whichever element index is greater than 0, so in that particular case we are incrementing our unique array. Okay, so it is nothing but frequency array of frequency array. Fine. Now for any element in the unique array, if it is greater than 1, we have flag equals to 1 and break it, and if flag equal to 1, simply print no. Else, now create our visited array. The first is done. We have checked for the unique array. Now let's check for the contiguous subsequence. Now visited of array of 0 equals to 1, index I equals to 0. Now I equals to from 1 because we have to check for I minus 1 condition, therefore I is starting from 1. Fine. If it is contiguous, if it is equal, then adjacent elements are equal, then continue. If they are not equal, first check whether it has previously occurred or not. If it is not previously occurred, then we are making it as true. Okay, but if it has previously occurred, in that particular case it means that it is not in contiguous subsequence, therefore we are breaking. Okay, now if we do not break throughout the loop, then I will become equal to n, therefore the answer is yes. But if we break in between, then I will not be equal to n, therefore the answer is no. Fine. So this is the simple implementation for the particular question. Okay, thank you.